fast.
Andrew Ferraro here with Team Sunny in Tampa Bay at Exit Bayshore Realty with a market update for you. It's been 3 weeks since we've done a market update. We were doing them weekly, but things have calmed down. The market has settled down here. We were going through some rapid changes at the end of last year, and now we're seeing a pattern emerge in the market, and that is healthy. That's a good thing. Buyers and sellers need to understand and be comfortable with where the market's going and where the trends are headed in order to feel comfortable transferring real estate. To jump into our market update, we have 36,000 active listings on the market. And if you remember from the last market update we did, that number has not changed. So we're doing ballpark 1-for-1 swaps in the market here. As property is coming on the market, it's getting sold pretty quickly. New listings in the last 7 days is 5,200. Price reductions in the last 7 days is 6,100. So we continue to see price reductions outpacing new listings on the market. We've got 3,800 properties sold in the last 7 days. So we continue to see the pattern of more new listings coming on each week than closed sales each week, and inventory stays the same. So there's a gap in those numbers and something else is happening to those properties. They're not being sold and we're not seeing increases in inventory over time. So those are being pulled off the market, possibly rented. They might sit off the market for 60 or 90 days and then go back on market. Combined, expired, withdrawn, temporarily off market, and canceled listings is 2,000 in the last 7 days. The number of pending listings currently on the market is 7,100. Now I've left the number of pendings out of the recent market updates because the 7,100 number doesn't tell the whole truth, and I don't want it to be confusing, but if you've been following along with these numbers, each time we do a video, I think that it will be easier to digest and you'll be seeing patterns in them. So 7,100 pending listings currently. When we go to dissect that, what we're gonna do, first thing is go back to the MLS and pull all the residential listings that have gone into contract since January 1st. The listings that went pending since January 1st gives us a number of 3,800. So we've got 7,000 total pending listings. 3,800 have gone pending since January 1st. And those are the listings that are what you think of when you think of pending listings. So that has gone into contract in the last 30 days. Buyer and seller are just working through the closing period to get to closing. The remaining 2,200 listings there are probably new construction sales or sales where there's some sort of complication or extended closing. It could be short sale for closure, although there aren't very many of those right now. Estate properties take a while to close sometimes. Divorce properties sometimes take a while to close. Wrapping up the numbers on the market update, we are in a position where our inventory is still limited. Buyers and sellers are very active. The weather's absolutely perfect right now, so we're seeing more and more buyers, more phone calls, more website hits, more questions. Buyers are starting to wake up, and I'm thinking that we're gonna have a busy spring. It kind of feels like we're getting ready to have a very busy spring. There are currently, and I had to look this up, I had to call down to the association, go through the phone tree, and I talked to like 4 people, but I finally found the number. 14,590 active realtors in the area right now. We're gonna keep an eye on that as renewals are due for the year and agents drop out. We expect to see the number of agents operating in the area reduce, and we welcome that. We want to see kind of a thinning of the herd. We want to see the strongest, most experienced agents bringing some things back to the market that we have been missing. Professionalism is one of them. We have the pool home in South Tampa under contract. We've got a home in New Tampa, the executive home that we were looking for. We've located that and put it under contract. Both of those should close in early February. We are searching for an executive home, an entry-level executive home in the Wesley Chapel, maybe even over to the Zephyr Hills area. We want to stick around the $450,000 mark, and we'd like to get something like 2,200 square feet, maybe a little bit more, in good livable condition. We're looking for a pool home in either South Tampa or St. Pete, somewhere around the $500,000 mark. We have a couple of rentals that we're working with right now. We've got our condo down in Sarasota is back up for lease. The current tenants have bought a property and they absolutely love it. So that one is available. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot, completely remodeled condo in a concrete and steel building. It's on the first floor, and you can walk right out to the Palmair Golf Course there in the University Parkway area. We have another condo in Sarasota, fully furnished in the Meadows Golf Complex. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a garage, and that one is going to be coming available here as the tenants are finishing their lease out. Those tenants have also purchased a house and they're doing a remodel right now. So they would be accommodating to anybody that wants to view those properties before their lease is up. And then we have a rental on Kissimmee that's coming online. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, about 1,200 square feet, very nicely done on a private lot too. So it's going to live more like a residential home than most apartments. That one is $2,200 a month for a very fresh, good looking house, and I expect that to rent pretty quickly. Darryl Shaw, for those of you that don't know, is a developer here, a Miami-based developer that is very active in the Tampa area. And he had taken that piece of property around the Ybor Channel there and had put a contract on it. We did a video a little while back that maybe possibly the stadium might fit there nicely. Those of you that are following the news around town have probably seen the post already. Darryl Shaw has actually filed permits to break ground on that piece of property. The permits don't disclose anything about a stadium coming in, but they do detail a number of properties here, a whole redevelopment around the Ybor Channel there. Shaw envisions public access to a portion of the downtown waterfront that has long been restricted. He plans to work with Port Tampa Bay to coordinate piers, boat slips, and floating docks that would be open to the public. There will also be a boardwalk lined with restaurants and entertainment concepts. There will be parks throughout the neighborhood, and Shaw also plans to make improvements to the Leroy-Selman Expressway Greenway that runs along the northern edge of the property. That's a lot. We're looking at another, on top of all the other new developments in the area, another 2,500 residential units, another 140,000 square feet of office space, 375 hotel rooms, another 290,000 square feet of commercial retail space spanning 20 blocks. So they're going to close on this property in phases to help relocate some of the jobs in the area. This is the property right as you're coming, if you're on the crosstown coming back into Tampa from the Brandon area, when you look off to the left and you see those giant boats out there being serviced and repainted and that sort of thing, in between the Selman Expressway and where the cruise ships sit, that piece of water is the Ybor Channel, and the property around it is the piece of land that Darryl Shaw is redeveloping, has just filed permits for. So they're moving forward with that project. This is a significant piece of development in the area, and if it goes through the way it's planned now, then this should have long-lasting effects over the next 2 to 3 decades. And in linking the downtown with the Sparkman area, Water Street, the Ybor Channel is there, and then Gasworks is right on the other side of that. Darryl Shaw is also involved in the Gasworks to the north there, and then he's also working with the Florida Aquarium on a $40 million expansion campaign. The expansion is set to start this month and end in 2025. So a lot of activity is happening over there in between Water Street, Gasworks, and now the Ybor Channel. So we're excited to see where that goes. This is going to push the market forward. This is Andrew Ferraro again with Exit Bayshore Realty, bringing you up-to-date relevant information on what's happening in the Tampa Bay market, in and around the area at this time. I like to keep my finger on the pulse of the market so that I can provide value to you guys when you need it. If you found this information helpful, feel free to like, subscribe, or comment, and we'll catch you next time.
Buzz.